Yeah, y'all are going to want to stay tuned for this one. Look at what we've got in store for you today. Okay, welcome back everybody. Bringing back the beer to the show, at least on the weekends. Welcome back to the World's Worst Fishing. We have some fun things to show y'all today. Some really cool recent work that we've been working on. And then we're actually showing you two new molds today. One is already released, but this is a different size. And the other is a brand new worm release from AI Molds. Those guys right there, you can see it. And some really awesome stuff to show you. So we're going to jump right in. And today's a nervous day for Josh and Angling AI. Big game. Bama's playing Tennessee, so I know that he's real nervous. But that's not going to stop him from putting out great molds. Yeah, so these are pretty cool. So let's take one out and look. Recent set of baits. Yeah. You can actually see I did what I like to call tail pouring, where I continue the belly color all the way out into the tail portion, and so you get that kind of split tail color. So that's how we did those. A nice blue highlight vein and sort of a real light brown top with some green highlight. Let's see if we can really get the green highlight to show up. It's in there, I promise. So there we have them right there, looking good. You can kind of see some of that green highlight coming out because of the angles here. And here is the photo that we got. So yeah, looking good, looking good. Really cool effect, and really nice with the black eyes. And then there's these. This is my real pride and joy. There's so much going on there. I don't even know how to start. They're a lot like those that we showed in our last video. I'm still kind of hanging on to those. But there's a lot of layers here if we really look close. Lots of layers of black, sort of a bright chartreuse green, and then even a blue. If we look close, there is some blue in there, which kind of turns it sort of into an emerald green. So a few colors that you actually see in there aren't really in the bait. You're seeing an illusion from the different layers of color, right? You can kind of see some of the blue peeking out, then orange there in the bellies, and paired those with some Jetson eyes, of course. So yeah, lots of cool stuff happening in those. So many layers, and yeah, those right there are like my pride and joy. So anyway, some cool stuff that we've been working on. Okay, so today's video is the tale of two small worms, two very different small worms. So today we have the 4.5 inch bot worm, I think it's being called. There it is right there. Bot worm, 4.5 inch, 6 cavity open pore. Look at that price, oh my god. The other one we have, this is the familiar face. This is the Mojo worm. This is the 4.75 inch version, okay? This one right here. Let's look. Boom, right there. 45 buckaroos, 4.75 inch Mojo open pore worm. So those are the two the two toys that we are playing with today. All right, everybody. So we have the molds all laid out. Oops, I got to get out of the way. Got the molds all laid out, and so here's the game plan, I think, for the video. This bot worm reminds me a lot of like a robo worm if it was like really short, which I don't know, maybe robo worm does have a small worm. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to focus. I've only ever really seen like the longer ones, but so what we're going to do is we're going to attempt a 3-layer laminate robo worm color in this mold right here, and then for the baby Mojo worm. So Gary at AI Molds, when they kind of first cut this mold and did a few test pours, he sent me a picture of a color he did. He had capsuled like watermelon red and then filled it in with pearl. And that gave me an idea, if I get my hands on that mold for video, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to fill it in with sort of like a pinkish red pearl and do a capsuled hand-poured watermelon red pearl color. So really similar to what Gary was doing, but watermelon red pearls, one of my favorite colors. You know, it's an old Zoom color, but we're gonna do it open pour style, capsuled, fill it in. So we've got our work cut out for us, but that's what we're going to attempt to do with the molds today. Y'all want to see something truly beautiful? A almost brand new bucket of swim bait blend. Look how topped off that thing is. We've got swim bait blend for days. So we're gonna go ahead and get her mixed on up. Look at that. And just for a quick little size comparison, here's the original Mojo worm. I believe it is 6.25 inches. So that's kind of the first one. Then we had the just ultra magnum size, right? The 8.8 inch, right? And then now we have the 4.5. Or sorry, 4.75. So that is sort of the Mojo worm family. Alright, so a simple watermelon red. We're just going to start with some watermelon, I believe that's 101. Yep, watermelon 101. Cut it with a little bit of green pumpkin 109. That gives it a little bit more of a brown flavor. Okay. Yeah. Looking good there. Yeah, that's about right. Maybe a little more green pumpkin just to brown it. Give it a little bit more brown since it's going to be capsuled over a pearl. Yeah. Little thicker, little thicker. We'll go with more green pumpkin. Then after that, it's just up to the flake. So, some red flake, of course. 0.015 size. I always like to go with a small red flake and then a larger size black flake. Or multiple different sizes of black flake. But all in larger sizes. So I'm not going to put the same size black flake in as the red flake, generally speaking. But the one of the great benefits of making your own stuff is that you can say, screw it, I'm going to make it however I want. And it's all good. So we're just going to add some black flake to taste. And then essentially we have a nice watermelon red. Alright, capsule time. We're going to kind of push those to a side, get one out, and it is one cavity at a time. But we're going to fill her up. Nice and full, and dump her out. See what we've got left. Beautiful stuff. Time consuming, but look at that. A nice shell of watermelon red. Ain't it great? You know it's great. So we're going to kind of do the rest of them here. We're going to do this for all 30 cavities. Needless to say, it's going to take a minute. But the juice is well worth the squeeze. If that's still something that people say, it might not be. I'm getting a little old now. Like, I'm one of those people who's excited that Blink-182 got back together. That's how old I am. Those are the sounds of my childhood in the 1990s. Before cell phones and Facebook and everything else. Alright, how about that? Got them cooking, all capsuled, looking good. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill them in with some violet highlight. This sort of has a pinkish, reddish hint about it. You can also use the Dead on Plastics Beauregard Paragon colors. Paragon colors. So we're going to let these get hot, like 320, 330 degrees on the plate. And then fill in the capsules, fill in the gaps, so to speak. Ooh, pretty swim bait blend. Okay, so there is our highlight there in the plastic. You can see sort of that faint pink. Now what's cool about any pearlized effect is that a little bit of black as a base will bring out the effect. So we're going to see this little trick here with just one drop of black. Look at that. See how much more of the purple you now see? That sort of pink. See how that just brought that out? And then we could spike it with a little bit of red to turn it more red. But you know what? We might just leave it like that. I said it was watermelon red pearl. It's going to be watermelon purple pearl. What the heck? But that is a beautiful, beautiful shade of pearl. And you can see how just a little bit of base to it completely changed it. A very, very good lesson to learn. Adding a base changes everything. Alright, let's try to fill a few of these in for y'all. Very, very touch and go. Oh yeah, that does look pretty. Look at that. Ooh yeah. These molds are hot. Look at that. See how you can see the effect, but you can totally still see through it? You can see the watermelon? That's hot. And yes, the molds are actually really hot. Forgive me for going Paris Hilton there, but this kind of stuff gets me excited. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright, we got one out. I don't really have room to drum on the mold, so we'll drum on the table. Drum roll, please. Let's see how we did. Looking really good. Nice colors there. Let's go ahead and pull one. They are not quite set up yet. Yeah. Really cool. Yeah, still a little sticky, so what we might do is wait a little bit. Yeah. We might wait a little bit to, yeah, you can see the stick there. Alright, we are back after a short break. Here they are. Look at that. You can really see how the capsules and all the different colors play on each other, sort of in a pile, just like with the swim baits. The more different angles you can look at them from, the more you get to appreciate the color. So there it is. Nice watermelon red into that purple highlight. Check it out. Pretty cool. Y'all, sometimes the universe just lines up. Here are the new dead-on colors. Oh my gosh, like the blue craw, the chameleons. So, we're not going to do no robo-worm color. We're going to use some of these. Okay, well this video just turned into a color unboxing. This is what I'm excited for. The blue craw metal mist. Yeah, it's getting serious, you guys. Okay, metal mist coming on there. What else do we have? Ah, synthetic. Okay, so this is basically Dead-On's new motor oil, which we will definitely have some fun with that. I don't know how much of this we can get to today, but we will definitely use one of these. Yes, and then electric grape. Really looking forward to seeing how that compares and contrasts to just straight black grape, right? The electric grape, I'm assuming, isn't quite as dark, but I love my dark, rich purple colors. You know, I use a lot of that, and I'm really curious to see what I can do with this. Alright, isn't that a pretty sight? So we have the new worms laid out there. They are getting hot. And since we're going to be demonstrating the blue craw, which I was really excited for this, you know, MF used to offer a really great blue craw chameleon pigment. I don't know if they still have it or not, but this is going to open up that Pandora's box again for bait makers. So because it's blue craw, we got out a few ginger ninjas over there. So we're just going to kind of sling some plastic in there and see what blue craw looks like in a couple of different shapes. So anyway, we are almost up to full temperature, and we're going to go ahead and cook this plastic. Alright everybody, we've got laundry noise, so I do apologize, but let's go ahead and get some blue craw in the cup. Alright. Generally less is more with sort of a color changing effect pigment. Oh yeah. See how it's kind of green and brown? Right? Just kind of gives it that bluish look. We're going to go ahead and add some more. Again, it's my first time cooking with it here. Oh yeah. And what's cool is depending on where you look at it, it can look brown or green or well, really blue, depending on it. But again, this is sort of a base, right? So, you know, just kind of talking to Travis and hearing what his thoughts were on the new pigments. They're made for you to be able to make them what you want. It says blue craw, but really the idea being that you can make it whatever you want craw. Yeah, so as you can see, really fascinating. It's brown from certain angles, and then if you get it into like natural sunlight, it looks quite very blue. It almost has like a green hue here just looking through my viewfinder, but it's super, super stunning. It's exactly kind of what I wanted it to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour maybe, I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to pour half the worms, or approximately half, in the color as is, and then we're going to spike it with a little bit of extra blue just to see how that will change the base. So we're going to get 2 colors in one here. Alright, this is the blue craw, I can't even talk, straight out of the thing. And here's the magic of it. It looks both brown and that blue all at once in the same bottle of pigment. That's no tricks. You get both of those colors in one. And that's that chameleon effect. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool? You can see where it fades from the brown to the blue all in one bottle. Alright. So here's what we have left. Now we're going to alter it. We're going to spike it. Just 1 drop of blue. That is Lureworks Phthalo Blue. We're just going to blue it up just a smidge. Alright. Okay. Let's see where that gets us. Oh yeah, it's definitely got more blue to it. Which, no duh. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give it a little bit more, but just a fraction of a drop. So basically, we're just going to put a drop on the table, kind of smear the knife in it, right? And then stir that in. So that's maybe, I don't know, we maybe got half that drop. So now we're going to go extra blue craw. Alright, that's what we're dealing with right there. And then we're going to run that for as many more cavities as we can get. Alright, let's try to get a few worms on camera for y'all. Yeah, boy. Beautiful. You can still see the effect. So, yeah, we'll try one more on camera, and then we got to get rolling here. Yeah, very nice. Just a subtle change in the hue from the ones that we already did. Just take a look at that. So here's the magic of it, okay? Depending on which angle you look at it, it's brown. There's a lot of brown happening. Hold it up to some light, it turns pretty much completely blue. There's the blue in the blue craw. And that is the ones straight out of the bottle, okay? These over here, woo, hot, 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 hot. Those are the ones that we made extra blue, okay? So we will take one out and lay it next to those. You can see just a slight difference in the blue. Still mostly brown from certain angles, right? Lots of brown. Lots of brown. Look at that tail from the side, lots of brown. Hold it up to the light, it's almost completely blue. So that is the chameleon effect, as it were. The ability to change colors based on its environment, which is why they call these chameleon effects. So there it is. Alright guys, this is just religious. Here we go. Let's get one of these out. See the brown and the blue both coming through. Oh. Let's just get it. Yeah. Trying to keep it in focus. Yeah. Look at that. Super awesome. Alright, here we can really see the fire of this pigment. There it is, straight out of the bottle. There it is, spiked with a little bit of blue. So now the question becomes, which blue CRAW is your favorite? I'm kind of partial to how Trav sent it to me in the bottle. But it doesn't mean that you can't you know, change it up a little bit and come up with something that really gets you going. But I am absolutely loving it. I mean, that is... Oh, they just fell off. That is absolute fire. Alright everybody, there it is. We had an awesome day here in the fish cave playing with the new 475 Mojo worm and then the new 4.5 bot worm. Man, this thing is awesome. It's actually, once you get them hot, it really pours itself. Again, temperature is always the key to clean pouring. Some really cool colors down here. Obviously, you know, trying out the blue CRAW. And in videos to come, we will make good use of synthetic metal mist and electric grape. I kind of toyed with that off camera and a little bit with the synthetic. So I have a few ideas for how I would like to present those going forward. Haven't seen metal mist yet. I think I saw it on Facebook. A couple of guys got the colors a couple of days ahead of me. So I've seen a few things circulating. But yeah, we definitely had a good time today. Alright everybody, I am very dehydrated, so we are going to go in, get cooled off, drink a gallon of water. Definitely be on the lookout in upcoming videos for some more of the new dead-on colors. Really excited to get into the synthetic. I'm really excited about the electric grape again. You know, I love my black grapes and dark purples and stuff like that. So really looking forward to what Travis has cooked up with the electric grape. And then the metal mist, I'm thinking swim baits with that one. I definitely want to use a lot more blue CRAW. Get out the Ecto CRAW mold, the punch crawls, you know, the stingers, some of the really great creature baits, and run a crap ton of that. So really exciting stuff. Again, awesome day today. 2 new molds and a bunch of new colors. I didn't know that the colors were going to get here in time for this video. So that was kind of a nice surprise. So we have a lot of content in today's video. But anyway, I will link the molds down below, and I'll link the new colors down below in the description. And yeah, whew, I'm tired. See you guys. Right, everybody, we are back for a little bonus footage. What a nice day outside. It is the morning after, and I'm sure a lot of y'all caught the Tennessee-Alabama game, and what a game it was. But we got to show you one more thing. Alright, so here is the blue CRAW in the mighty Ecto CRAW mold, okay? So that is straight out of the bottle. So I wanted to show you some more base tuning, right? Here it is, mixed with a little bit of the new electric grape. So taking these 2 new colors, right? Blue CRAW is the base. Now we're altering the base, you know, just like we made the worms earlier in straight out of the bottle, plus adding some blue. Here, look at this beautiful color that we got. I don't even know how to describe it, but that's what adding some purples. So like if you play with the base a little bit, keep the colors close, keep them as close to, you know, tertiary colors as you can, you're gonna have a lot of fun. So and I think Travis really wanted his customers to take these colors and tweak them, make them your own, and not necessarily rely on them straight from the bottle, although straight from the bottle, as we can tell, is absolutely sexy. So anyway, just another example of playing with the bases and some of the awesome results that you can get. I mean, just look at that. Absolutely awesome stuff. Again, today's video, hanging out with some new molds. Right, Botworm, Mojo, new colors, doesn't get any better. Hope y'all enjoyed.